The 3 places, 1, 2, 3 places to look while you're fighting. If you stay to the end of the video, I'll give you a special bonus place to look just because I love you. The center of the diamond, number 1 place to look. I look right here because that gives me great awareness of both of her arms. If she goes to punch me, okay, it's her torso that's going to have to move. Those shoulders are gonna twist, and I'm gonna get good reads on what her lines of attack may be, the weapons that she's gonna be throwing may be. So number 1 place to look is gonna be that center of the diamond. Now, I mainly look here in the beginning of the fight when I am worried about the most dangerous weapon, which is the hands, okay? The person's hands are what almost always causes the knockout. Now, there are head kicks, that's a problem, but count how many overhand rights you see knock people out versus head kicks. Way more overhands, okay? So I'm really worried about the punches. I'm gonna be looking right there. Now, if I'm fighting some crazy kicker, I'm not gonna be worried about their punches near as much. I'm gonna be worried about their legs. But that doesn't mean I should just stare at their feet. If I'm watching the feet at any time, this is a big mistake. If I watch the feet, she's gonna punch me, I'm not gonna see it. Okay, I can't really see the shoulders that much when my eyes are that low. But if I look at the hips, right around like the belly button area, if I'm looking here, now I can see the hips, I can still see the shoulders, I can still see the head. I have good vantage point up here, but I have a lot of awareness on the legs. So whatever she throws, yeah, ooh, yeah, I can block much quicker, ooh, I can see it, I can perceive the danger quick, and then hopefully I have a little bit of time to formulate a defense to it and maybe even a counter. Number 1 point, right in the center of the chest, right in the center, not the chest, sorry, the base of the neck where the collarbone attaches. Number 2, right around the belly button. Now, if I've already aware of them for a while, right? So I'm not worried as much about their punches because I have their pattern down. I kind of know what they do. I kind of know what they like to throw. Not worried about the kicks so much because, again, I've seen their pattern now. This is not what I would do in the first round, maybe in the second, and probably definitely in the 3rd round. All right, so I'm not as much worried about the threats that are incoming. Now I'm more worried about my finish. Once I'm thinking more about finishing them than I am about dealing with the incoming threats. Now I'm gonna look at what I'm trying to hit, which is, ding, the button. I wanna try to hit that point, right? Everybody knows this is the button. You punch them in this little spot, very likely they're going to sleep, unless they're Korean, and then they probably won't. So that's where I'm gonna look. Imagine if you had to do virtually anything and where aiming is important, right? Oh, we're in a shooting contest, but I'm just gonna use my peripherals to look at the target. Am I gonna hit the target? Unlikely not, right? Likely not, unlikely not. Likely not. Same thing, like if I'm throwing darts or if I had to like pitch a fastball, I would want to look where I'm throwing, right? This is very constant. So nobody told me this, but throughout my own practice, I figured out that as soon as I really want the kill, I'm gonna look at what I wanna hit. Almost all the time, that's bing, right on the chin. Now, maybe the person has a vulnerability somewhere else. Maybe their hand is down like that, and this spot is available. Anywhere on that jawline can create a knockout, although this is better than this. But if that's what's open, and that's what I'm trying to hit, that's where I'm going to look as I'm trying to throw that strike and attack it. Okay, now, thank you for staying to near the end of the video. I told you I would give you a bonus, and I shall. So, the last place that I will really look on somebody when I am fighting them is the place that I said not to look, the eyes. Why would I look at the person in their eyes? Number 1, it humanizes them, right? It makes me like connect with them, and maybe I'm like, oh, I don't want to hurt this person. If you have those kind of emotions. If you're a little bit more sociopathic, then that won't bother you at all. But it does allow them to trick you. Okay, so my very first boxing coach, Tony Pep, said, don't look them in the eyes unless you want to trick them. And that's, for me, that's the purpose of looking in the eyes. If I want them to think about me taking them down, this is a good one. I want them to think I'm gonna take them down, right? Maybe I'm trying to set up a flying knee or an overhand, whatever. First, I'm gonna establish that connection. I'm gonna get their attention. So instead of looking here, where I would normally look, I'm gonna look at their eyes. Once I look in their eyes, I'm just gonna very lightly glance down at the legs and then look back up. And then I'll do it again, just slightly, right? So I'm looking in your eyes, glance at the legs, just like that. Don't go like this. Okay, if you overact it, it's not gonna come off right. Some of fighting is acting. The reason to look in the eyes, deception, right? I'm looking here, there, takedown, okay. Yeah, now she really knows that I'm gonna try to shoot a takedown. Now I can look there, fake it, bang. Big flying knee to the face, crowd goes crazy, I win. First place to look, right there, move the microphone. Right there, that center of the collarbone, right in between the shoulders, is gonna give you a good read on the upper body rotation required for strikes with the hands. Second place to look, boom, right there, right around where the belt would sit, belly button. It's like just above the hips, a little bit above the hips, just so that we still have a good awareness of what's going on upstairs. Place never to look, the feet. Don't look at the feet. If you're looking at my feet, bang, okay? Yeah, back to it. You just died, okay? So be careful. Don't look at my feet, even if I tell you to look at my feet, especially if I tell you to look at my feet, all right? And then the last place we're gonna look is well, not the last place. The second to last place is gonna be the chin, or whatever you're trying to attack. So, and that would only happen once you have a good read on the person. Once you've seen their pattern a few times, right? You know what their habits are, good and bad. You know what their behavior is gonna be. You can somewhat predict the incoming strikes. Okay, now I'm really worried about my kill. I'm gonna look at the thing that I'm trying to hit, which is the button. Last place, the eyes. But only look there if you're trying to trick them, right? Look down at the legs or look down at the body, and then that's gonna distract them low, and you can come up with whatever strike you choose. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I had a lot of people asking me this, both in my gym and online. So those of you that commented this, thank you for the idea for the video. This is why you guys' comments are so helpful. So if you guys have any other things you wanna know, try to put them down, and if I have that knowledge, then I'll try to give it to you. Always like, subscribe. Please hit the notification bell as well so you get our stuff right when it comes out. Peace.